for organizing such an interesting e-seminar weekly. So it is now continuing almost for about 7 months. And I am really enjoying most of the talks. And I also thank Anand sir again for giving me an opportunity to talk in this e-seminar. So my topic today is on the connectivity of enhanced power groups of finite groups. And this is a joint work with Shudeep Bera and Sajal Mukherjee. So first we see what is the definition of power graph. So let G be a group, then the power graph denoted by PG. So that is a simple graph. So its vertex set is G. So all the elements of the group, and two distinct vertices U and V, they are adjoint. So they are edge connected if and only if either U is a power of V or V is a power of U. So this is this notion of power graph. So this was introduced by Kellard and Queen. So they introduced it in the context of semi-group theory in 2000. And after that, there are many works on this power graph. So now let us look at the notion of enhanced power graph. So for a group G, the enhanced power graph, which is denoted by this GEG. So this is the graph. Here also the vertex set is the element, all the elements of G, and here we have two elements U and V. So they are joined if and only there exists an element W such that U and V both are powers of W. So this was introduced by 5 author paper Alipur Akbari, Cameron, Nikandish, Shaveshi in 2017. This appeared in this Electronic Journal of Combinatorics. And so from the definition, so it is very clear that the power graph and enhanced power graph, that so for a particular group, these two may be different graphs. And as an example, one can just take Z6 plus. So in this 2 bar and 3 bar, they are adjacent in the enhanced power graph because 2 bar and 3 bar both are, so both belongs to the cyclic subgroup generated by 1. So both are power of 1 bar, but they are clearly not in the power graph. So the very question that comes to our mind that, so when are these power graph and enhanced power graph, these two are equal? So it's clear from the definition that every edge in the power graph is of course an edge in the enhanced power graph, because if U and V are adjacent, if one is the power of another, then it is all obviously by the definition of enhanced power graph. So U and V are adjacent in the enhanced power graph also. So but when are they exactly equal? So that was given by this Alipur et al. So this paper. So they proved that for a finite group G, the following conditions are equivalent. That is, the power graph of G is equal to the enhanced power graph of G, and every cyclic subgroup of G has prime power order. So these two conditions are equivalent. So from this, so one can just tell that, so for a P group, obviously the power graph of a P group, that is equal to the enhanced power graph of a P group, because for a P group, every cyclic subgroup of G has prime power order. So using this, they characterized for which groups the power graph is equal to the enhanced power graph. So let's move to our motivation. Means what? So here we are interested in the vertex connectivity. So we just recall the definition of vertex connectivity. So let gamma be a graph where V is the set of vertices and E is the set of edges. Then the vertex connectivity, so of gamma, which is denoted by kappa of gamma. So that is the minimum number of vertices which we need to remove so that the induced subgraph on the remaining vertices that is disconnected or has only one vertex. So for example, if we take the complete graph Kn, then we need to remove. So if we remove one vertices, then also the induced subgraph on the n-1 remaining part that is connected. So if we remove 2, so we need to remove minimum n-1 vertices so that it gets disconnected, and n-1 is enough because after that there is only one single vertex. So this kappa of the complete graph Kn, that is n-1. So the complete bipartite graph Kmn, so for these, the kappa of Kmn, that is minimum of Mn, because we can remove m vertices from one side or n vertices, all the n vertices from other side, and that will make the graph disconnected. So minimum of Fn is sufficient, and one can show that one can convince himself that this is necessary also. So this is minimum of Mn. So we need one more definition, that is dominating vertex. So vertex of a graph is called a dominating vertex. So if it is adjacent to every other vertex. So for a graph gamma, so let dom gamma, this denotes the set of all dominating vertices in gamma. And we call the enhanced power graph to be dominatable if it has a dominating vertex other than identity. So a dominating vertex is a vertex which is adjacent to every other vertex. So now we come to the main interesting portion of the talk. So Alipur Akbari, Cameron, Nikandi, Shaveshi, so they in 2017, so they asked about the following questions. So if a graph is connected, so if a graph has any dominating vertex, so then the connectivity is not an interesting question, because for you take any two vertices u and v, you pass from u to the dominating vertex and then come from v, the dominating vertex to v. So if there is a dominating vertex, then the connectivity is not an interesting question. So they asked, so what happens? So if we slightly modify the question, we ask about the connectivity of the power graphs when all the dominating vertices are removed. So we remove all the dominating vertices and then ask the question. So they asked about the connectivity of power graphs when all the dominating vertices are removed. And this Cameron and Jafari, they in 2020, so they answered this question for power graphs of different groups. So we define, in this respect, we define proper and deleted enhanced power graphs. So for a group G, the proper enhanced power graph of G, which we denote by G double star G. So that is the graph obtained by deleting all the dominating vertices from the enhanced power graph G. And by single star, the G star G. By this, we denote the graph obtained by deleting only the identity element of G, and we call this the deleted enhanced power graph of G. So it is clear that in the enhanced, both in the power graph and the enhanced power graph. So in this talk, we are always talking about finite groups. So here, so in a finite group, both in the enhanced power graph and in the power graph, identity is adjacent to all other vertices. So identity is always a dominating vertex. So if identity is, so this G star denotes the graph obtained by deleting only the identity element of G, and G star G is the graph obtained by deleting all the dominating vertices from the enhanced power graph G. So if there is no such dominating vertex other than the identity element, then clearly this G star G and this G star G, so these two graphs, this clearly coincides. So now, in this motivation, we state what is the goal of this work. So the abelian family, for the family of finite abelian groups and some other family of finite groups, we are interested in the following questions. So firstly, when is G star G connected? So when is the deleted enhanced power of a group connected? Secondly, when is G star G connected? And thirdly, what is the vertex connectivity of G? So we move. So we look at some earlier results. So this theorem states that the enhanced power of GEG of a group G, that is complete if and only if G is cyclic. So when G is cyclic, so you take any two vertices, then they both are power of the generators. So obviously it is complete. And when it is complete, one can by some effort, it is also not difficult to show that it is cyclic. So the enhanced power of GEG, so that is complete if and only G is cyclic. So when G is cyclic, then the enhanced power graph is complete. So this case is not very interesting. So from now on, we will always assume G to be non-cyclic. So, and we also will need also another result of Cameron and Jafari. So they proved that let G be a P group. So for a P group, this vertex connectivity of cup of PG, that is 1. So if and only G is cyclic or a generalized quaternion group. So we now move. Sorry, yeah. So we now need one Kushal lemma that let G be a finite group and AB belonging to G, two elements of this G which are non-identity. We such that GCD of the order of A and order of B, the GCD of these two are equal to 1, and A and B are commute. A and B commute. That is AB equal to BA. Then in the enhanced power of G star G, then in the deleted enhanced power of this A is adjacent to B. So let order of A equal. So we just give a brief proof of this. So let order of A equal to M and order of B equal to N. So now GCD of Mn equal to 1. So we can use that, and by Euler's theorem we have that n to the power phi m, that should be 1 mod n. So n to the power phi n is mk plus 1 for some k belonging to, for some positive integers k. So then we have this ab to the power n phi m. So that is a to the power n phi m into b to the power n phi m. Now b to the power n phi m, order of b is m, so b to the power n phi m is 1. So that is a to the power n phi m, which is m to the power mk plus 1, and order of a is n, so that equals a. So a is a belonging to the cyclic group generated by m, and similarly we can show that b belonging to the cyclic group generated by ab, and therefore a and b both belonging to the cyclic group generated by ab, so a is adjacent to b. So for a finite group, if you take any two elements whose order is co-prime, and if the elements commute, then these two elements are adjacent. So we move to the first main result. So let G be a finite non-cyclic abelian group, then vertex connectivity of GEG, the enhanced power of is 1, if and only if G is a P group. So for a finite non-cyclic abelian group, we want to show that the vertex connectivity is 1 if and only if it is a P group. So first let's look at the forward direction. So let G be a finite abelian group which is not a P group. So we move by the contradiction. So let G be a finite abelian group which is not a P group, and then we want to show that the vertex connectivity is greater than of GG is greater than 1. So our idea is then we want to give a path between any two vertices A and B that does not go via the identity. So let P1, P2 going up to Pk with the prime factors of the cardiality of G. Let A be any two vertices of G. So without loss of generality, we can take order of A to be P1 to the power R1, P2 to the power R2 going up to Pk to the power Rk, and order of B equal to P1 to the power S1, P2 to the power S2 going up to Pk to the power S. So we are allowing this Ris may be equal to 0, but all the Ris cannot be simultaneously equal to 0. Then order of A or order of B will be equal to 0. Then it will be identity. So that should not be the case. So we consider the following two cases. So case 1, that there exists distinct I and j such that Ri not equal to 0 and Sj not equal to 0. So in this case, the elements P1 to the power R1, P2 to the power R2, Pi minus 1 to the power Ri minus 1, Pi plus 1 to the power Ri plus 1, Pk to the power Rk. So this element has order Pi to the power Ri, and P1 to the power S1, P2 to the power S2, Pj minus 1 to the power Sj minus 1, these elements. So we just drop Pj to the power Sj from this. So this has order exactly Pj to the power Sj. So the element in the left that has order pi to the power ri, and the other element has order pj to the power sj. Now pi to the power ri and pj to the power sj are co-prime. So we just use the earlier lemma, and this is abelian group, so any two elements obviously commute. So using the earlier lemma, these two elements are adjacent. Now this p1 to the power r1, p2 to the power r2, pk to the power rka, this is obviously a power of a, so there is an h in between them. The middle adjacency is using the earlier lemma, and the last adjacency, that this, because this p1 to the power s1, p2 to the power s2 going up to pj to the power sjb, that is obviously a power of b. So therefore we get a path between a and b. So so you can see that this case takes care of everything except when both order of a and order of b are power of the same prime PL. So if there are different, so if the both order of a and order of b are power of the same prime PL, except from this case, you can just convince yourself that this case takes care of everything. Because otherwise, if there are two different primes, then there exists distinct I and j with ri not equal to 0 and sj not equal to 0. Sorry. Yes. So now we move to the case 2, that is order of a equal to PL to the power RL and order of b equal to suppose PL to the power SL. And let us take C be an element of order Pi in G with I not equal to n. Then obviously order of A is PL to the power RL and order of C is Pi. So they are co-prime. So obviously A is adjacent to C. And obviously B is also adjacent to C by the same logic. So therefore we have a path in between A and B. So therefore we get a path in between A and B, avoiding the element identity. So therefore this vertex connectivity of GG, that is clearly greater than 1. So thus, if it is not a P group, then this vertex connectivity is clearly greater than 1. So now we go to the reverse direction, that we want to prove that if it is a P group, then the vertex connectivity is 1. So this follows, so if it is a P group, then the power graph and enhanced, so then the power graph and enhanced power graph are equal, and for the power graph, this Cameron and Jafari proved that this is equal to 1. So we are done in this case. So this result is proved. So we question the first question. So now let us move to the answer the second question, that when is G star G connected? So when is G star G connected? So for this, so to know about the structure of the G star G, we first need to know for which groups G there are extra dominating vertices other than identity. So Baer and Via in 2017, so they proved this, that for a finite abelian group G, is GG, then GG is dominatable, that is it has extra dominating vertex other than identity, if and only if G has a cyclic subgroup. So using this, we can say that the cardinality of the dominating set of the graph GG, that is greater than 1, if and only if G is G1 cross Zn, where this GCD of cardinality of G1 and n equal to 1, and G1 has no cyclic subgroup. So every cyclic subgroup will bring that to Zn. We will just take the product, and that we will bring into the Zn. So we can write that as this way. And here we have that in this case, so which are exactly the dominating vertices? So I say there is a typo here. So it should which are the dominating vertices of GG. So here we answer that let G1 be a non-cyclic abelian group such that G1 has no cyclic subgroup, and let n belonging to n and GCD of G1 and GCD of cardinality of G1 and n, that is exactly equal to 1. Then this dominating set, the dominating set of G, the enhanced power graph of G1 cross Zn, that is exactly the set of the vertices like Ex, where X is an element, any element of Zn, and E is the identity of G1. enhanced power graph of the group G1 cross Zn. So now we have the exact set of dominating vertices. So using this, we are able to answer the second question, that is for a non-cyclic abelian non-P group, such as G is isomorphic to G1 cross Zn, and GCD of cardinality of G1 and equal to 1, and G1 has no cyclic side or subgroup, then this G star star G, so that is disconnected if and only G1 is a P group. So this allows us to answer the second question. So now I move to the third question, that is the vertex connectivity for enhanced power graph. So for this, we briefly recall some earlier results. So for a positive integer n, let Cn be the cyclic group of order n. And suppose that the prime power decomposition of n is n equal to p1 to the power m1, p2 to the power m2, going up to pr to the power m1. So where r is greater than equal to 1, these mi's are positive integers and pi's are prime numbers. And let this p1 less than p2 going up to less than pr. So then there are lots of works on the vertex connectivity of power graph of cyclic groups. So when there are exactly no more than 3 prime divisors, so if there are one or two or less than equal to 3 prime divisor, then Panda and Krishna in 2018 and Chattopadhyay, Patra and Shah in 2019, so they determined this exactly. Then again, these 3 authors in 2019, they determined the exact value of the vertex connectivity of PCN for some natural number same and given a upper bound for the others. And so they also determine the exact value of this cup of PCN. So where n is a product of distinct primes and also give a new improved upper bound for this cup of PCN in 2020. So there have been lot of works on the vertex connectivity for the power graphs of cyclic groups. But when we take the enhanced power graph, then the case cyclic group is not interesting because the enhanced power graph is for a cyclic group is complete, so it's not interesting. So now we move to the general abelian groups. So recently this Chattopadhyay, Patra and Shaus, they very recently determined the exact value of the vertex connectivity of power graph of G. So here where G is a nilpotent group so nilpotent group means the upper central series, so that so that if you take Z0 G, so then that is Z1 G, that's equal to center of G, and so the upper central series should be the whole thing G. So I am not going into the definition of nilpotent group. So if G is a nilpotent group of order n, that is P1 to the power m1, P2 to the power m2, going up to Pr to the power mr, and let for 1 less than equal to y less than equal to r, let Pi be the silo Pi subgroup of G, and each silo subgroup is cyclic except Pk for some k. So except for only one Pk, each silo subgroup is cyclic, and this Pk is not a generalized quaternion to this k equal to 1 and P1 equal to 2. So in this kind of groups, so they determine the exact value for the vertex connectivity of the power graph of G. So and nilpotent groups obviously contain the abelian groups. So obviously for abelian groups with this kind of properties, so this holds. So here we get a similar result. So let G be a non-cyclic abelian non-P group. We could not get it for the family of nilpotent groups. We could only get for the family of abelian groups. Then let G be a non-cyclic abelian non-P group such that G is isomorphic to G1 cross Zn and GCD of the cardinality of G1 is equal to 1 and G1 is a non-cyclic P group. Then this cardinality of GG, that is equal to n. So in some sense this, so here we could not take it say it for the family of the nilpotent groups, but we could say that for the enhanced power graph, so which is a bigger group than the which is so the power graph is only a subgraph of the enhanced power graph. So for enhanced power graph also, the vertex connectivity is N. So for this kind of group, we had the exact result. Now for we look at what is the case for a general abelian group. So let G be a non-cyclic abelian group such that G is isomorphic to Zp1 to the power T11 plus Zp1 to the power T12 going up to P1 to the power T1K1, then again Zp2 to the power T21 going up to P2 to the power T2K2, then Zpr to the power Tr1 going up to P to the power Trkr. Then this vertex connectivity of the enhanced power graph of G, so that is less than equal P1 to the power T11, P2 to the power T21, Pr to the power Tr1 minus phi of this. So we look at the existence of the prime for every prime. What is the least exponent that exists, and we take those. So P1 to the power T11 for P2 to the power T21 for Pr to the power Tr1, and we take the product and subtract the phi of that. So it tells that vertex connectivity of GEG that is less than equal to this number. And so if this is true, then we obviously have this vertex connectivity of PG, the power graph of G, that is less than equal to P1 to the power T11, P2 to the power T21, Pr to the power Tr1 minus phi of this. So if G is a non-cyclic abelian P group, it is a non-cyclic abelian P group with T11 equal to 1. So it has, so suppose Zp1 cross Zp1 to the power some T1 to P1 to the power T1. So in that case, so if we use this result, then we get that K of what GEG that is less than equal to P1 minus phi of P1. So which is P1 minus P1 minus 1. So which is less than equal to 1. So in this case, and we obviously know that we have to remove the identity of vertex. So in this case, it is 1. So in this case, if G is a non-cyclic abelian P group with T11 equal to 1, then this bound is tight. But if this is not, then we saw that there should be a much better upper bound. This is not a very good bound. But we are not able to find the improved bound. So now we look at the case. What about the number of components in the cases when when the group G star G is disconnected? So if G is a finite abelian P group, so suppose G is P to the power T1 plus Zp to the power T2 going up to Zp to the power Tr, where R is greater than equal to 2 and T1 less than equal to T2 going up less than equal to Tr, then the number of components of the doubles of G star G, that is P to the power R minus 1 by P minus 1. So one can just look at a interesting thing that the number of components, so that does not depend on the exponents P1, P2, Tr, but that depends on how many exponents are there. That depends only on the number of exponent, means the number of exponents. So, in this, so if it is a P group, then the number of components of G star G, that is P to the power R minus 1 by P minus 1. So now, if G is an abelian group such that G is isomorphic to J P to the power T1 cross P to the power T2 cross P to the power Tr cross Zn. So if it is of the form G is equal to G1 cross Zn, where G1 is a P group. So in that case also we already have seen that this G star G that is disconnected. So here we show that in that case also the number of components, that is P to the power R minus 1 by P minus 1. So to show this, so we give a bijection. So let C of G star G, so that be the set of connected components of the proper enhanced power of G star G, and let G1 be the P group, Zp to the power T1 plus Zp to the power T2 plus Zp to the power Tr. So then we have, by the earlier theorem, that the number of connected components of this G star G1, that is P to the power R minus 1 by P minus 1. So let C1, C2 going up to C P to the power R minus 1 by P minus 1. These are the components of G star G1. So now we define a map from C of G star star G1 to C of G star star G1 cross Zn by f of Ci. So take a component here Ci to map that to Ci cross Zn. So now if we can show that these are the components, so that is there is no way, no path between Ci cross Zn and Cj cross Zn for different I and j, then we are done. So we show that thing that there is no path in between Ci cross Zn and Cj cross Zn for I and distinct I and j, and I and j in between 1 to the power minus 1 by p minus 1. So if possible, let there exist a path between two vertices A1, B1, A2, B2, where this A1 belonging to Ci and A2 belonging to Cj, and B1, B2 belonging to Zn. So let this be the path. A1, B1 is adjacent to C1, D1, adjacent to C2, D2, going up to Cm minus 1, Dm minus 1, going up to A2, B2 in G star star G. So that means this C1, C2, Cm minus 1 belonging to G1 and D1, D2, Dm minus 1 belonging to Zn. Now C1, C2, so this is in G star star G. So that means that C1, C2, Cm minus 1 must be non-zero elements of G1. So therefore, this A1 and A2, so they are connected. So A1 is adjacent to C1, adjacent to C2, going up to A2. So they are connected by a path in G star G1. So this contradicts the fact that the Ci and Cj are distinct connected components of G star star G1. So therefore, of this Ci cross Zn and Cj cross Zn, they are so they are. So if Ci and Cj are components, these they are also component. So therefore, the number of components of this G star star G, so that is at least this p to the power r minus 1 by p minus 1. And now it is clear that so number of elements of order p in G, that is p to the power r minus 1 by p minus 1, and any element of order greater than p, so that is adjacent to an element of order p. So therefore, the number of components that is exactly p to the power r minus 1 by p minus 1. So this completes the proof that the number of components in this case of G star star G, that is exactly p to the power r minus 1 by p minus 1. So these sums of the family of finite abelian groups. So now we look at some family of non-abelian groups, and when we go to the non-abelian groups, the very first group that comes to mind is symmetric groups. So for the graph of symmetric groups, so Dostoevsky and Farooqi, they prove that let G equal to Sn be a symmetric group with n greater than equal to 3. Then if n greater than equal to 3 and neither n nor n minus 1 is a prime, then this P star G is connected. That is the power graph, that the deleted power graph, that is we remove the identity, so the delete and the remaining graph, the deleted power graph is connected. But if any such that one of n or n minus 1, that is a prime, then this P star G is disconnected. So it depends. So this connectivity of P star G, that depends on whether this n or n minus 1 is prime. So using this, we want to get a similar result for the enhanced power graph. So for this, we first showed that, so for n greater than equal to 3, the enhanced power graph GSN, so that has no dominating vertex other than identity. So therefore, for n greater than equal to 3, the graphs G star Sn and G star star Sn, these two graphs coincide. Now, so we already have their result that for G equal to Sn, when so this is connected and when this is disconnected. So to use their result, we showed this result that for any group G, the graph P star G is connected if and only if the graph G star G is connected. So, and using this, we were able to show that for positive integers n greater than equal to 3, the vertex connectivity of G is, and that is 1, if and only if either n or n minus 1, that is prime. So, we now move to the alternating groups. So, here for n greater than equal to 4, we showed that the enhanced power graph G of n, there is no nominating vertices other than identity, and therefore for n greater than equal to 4, these two graphs G star n and G star star n, they coincide. And then so we were able to prove that for positive integers n greater than equal to 7, the vertex connectivity of the alternating, the enhanced power graph of the alternating group n, that is 1, if and only if any one of these n minus 1, n minus 2, n by 2, n minus 1 by 2, and n minus 2 by 2. So this the vertex connectivity of GEN, that is 1, if and only if any one of these 6 numbers, that is a prime. And the last case is dihedral groups. So for a GV, a dihedral, so this is the easiest most case. So for a dihedral group of order 2, the vertex connectivity is equal to 1. And here one can show that the number of components is n plus 1. So we now look at some questions. So if G is abelian, then G is of course nilpotent. So we look at the following hierarchy of structure of groups. The cyclic groups is contained in abelian groups, that is contained in nilpotent groups, that is contained in solvable groups. So can we say something about the vertex connectivity? So here cyclic group is complete, so it's not that interesting. For abelian groups we have done in this work mostly. So in some cases we have exact results, in some cases we are only able to give a bound. But for the family of nilpotent groups and solvable groups, we could not do anything. So can we say something about the vertex connectivity of the enhanced power of any general nilpotent group or solvable group? And another question is, so if we look at the theorem 13, so this theorem, so if we look at this theorem, then this vertex connectivity of G, so you are able to prove that the vertex connectivity of G is less than equal to this, but by data we were able to show that actually this, in sometimes this can be much improved, means it's almost half or even sometimes even less than that. So we really believe that there is a much improved bound exists, but we could not find that. So can we improve the bound in theorem 13? So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Hiranya, for the interesting talk. Yeah, audience, if you have any question, you can ask now.
So, what are the references? Can you just show the references?
So I have not put the references, but I can tell you. So hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So the main, so yeah, I can later send you the references also. Mainly the talk there are so 2 papers of that 5 other paper of Cameron and 1 paper of Cameron and Jafari, and so one work was of with this work with Sudeep Bera and Sajal Mukherjee. So this work and some 3 works of that Chattopadhyay, Patra and Shaw. So they have done several works on the vertex connectivity of cyclic groups, and recently minimal cut set for the vertex connectivity of power graph of abelian groups. So all this we have used. Yeah. So if you need, I can send you the reference.
Okay. So your paper is in archive or?
So hello.
Yeah. Your paper have you put in archive or it's published?
So yeah. So this has been published recently in Graphs and Combinatorics.
Okay.
So yeah. So I will send you a link of the paper, a PDF of the paper.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for the talk. Sir, one question is coming to my mind. So, is there any work has been done related to can we characterize all those enhanced power graph for which vertex connectivity is equals to the
So the vertex connectivity is the minimum degree of that graph.
Yeah, are we able to characterize those enhanced power graph? Means any work has been done in this direction.
So I have not thought about this question, but this seems interesting, and I believe that. So I be so I be on. It is only my. I think that no work has been done on that, but yeah. So that may be an interesting question. So you're asking that when so characterize all the groups for which the vertex connectivity equals the minimum degree.
Right. Right. Right, sir.
So yeah, I will means yeah. So this may be interesting.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, are there other questions? Hiranya, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
In theorem 16,
Yes.
for the symmetric group,
Yes.
So you are giving a necessary condition for the P star of G to be connected.
Yes.
Is it sufficient, or any counter example?
Yes. So yeah. So actually, yes. So here I am telling that. So yeah, this is also. So I have written it in a different form.
Okay.
But yes. So the first thing tells that if neither n nor n minus 1 is a prime, then P star G is connected.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I just actually wrote in it that
Okay.
so different form. So yeah. So this is both necessary and
Sufficient. Okay.
Yes. So actually, Dustavati and Faruqi in their paper, so they have only means their paper was connect the diameter, connectivity, and the number of components of the deleted power graph of the symmetric group and alternating group. So they they had done the all the connectivity. So depending on what is the number of connected components also in the case n is in the if n or n minus 1 is prime, what is the number of components? So that also they have done, but that also we could not manage to do in our work. So that is also another thing I want to mention, but I forgot to put it in the questions. So thank you, sir, for asking this.
Yeah. Are there other questions? Okay, if not, let us thank Hiranya for his interesting talk. Thank you, Hiranya.
Thank you, sir.